We'll get started. JKstewart Creative here on Poetry Night, and this is actually what we're calling Club XN, and I'm sitting here with Mesak, who's one half of Ya Tosiba.
Right.
And they're here to perform tonight. Mesak, today I started searching. I did my research and found out that Zuzu was one half, and of course, realizing and learning that she was from Azerbaijan, I got engrossed in trying to find out about that country. And then today I realized, but I haven't learned about this other half of Ya Tosiba.
Yeah.
So you have been instrumental in, let me let you tell people, you've been instrumental in the electronic music sound here in Finland since when? And you take it from here.
Since, let's say, maybe 20 years from the first released record.
Yeah?
More or less. I began releasing stuff under my other project with my friend Tatu Peltonen.
Another tattoo.
Another tattoo again. It's hilarious because it's not that common name in Finland, but then we started traveling and we had 2 tattoos.
Yeah, I saw in one interview that in Oslo that there actually is there 3 tattoos. Or just 2?
There is a third one.
There's a third one as well.
We not in a band, but once we were traveling in Germany and we stayed in a hotel in Hamburg for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 of us in the same room. And then we started, okay, it's not going. We have to start using some nicknames to sort out who is who.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Is that where Mesak come from?
No, that's even older than my band with the other tattoo called Mr. Welker Fastener.
Okay.
And that was the first group that we started releasing in 98 or 99. I think 98 was the first EP that came out. In 99 we had the first album.
Yeah.
And on the side I always made some music as a solo or as my own hobby or whatever, even before as a kid.
Yeah.
And somehow I started using the nickname Mesak for that. I know it's actually a friend of mine who made it somehow, this name, but it got stuck, and then I always used it for everything.
What does Mesak? Does it have a translation in English?
No. It's more like from my surname, which is Metsätähti, and it's like some short.
Oh, okay, short of it. A nickname.
Yeah.
Maybe
not so long.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Anyway, but then I decided not to use other aliases for different projects because I've been doing from electro, a bit techno-ish, whatever, and squee of course, but also experimental and sort of like sound art, maybe even. But I always use Mesak for everything that I do alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned everything except what I heard in some of your, I don't know if it was a radio broadcast or a podcast, but I heard some hip hop.
Yeah. You talking of Squeal Like a Pig radio show?
Yes, Squeal Like a Pig radio show. Yeah.
I found this recording. It's about 10 years old from Zakaria, which is now ending unfortunately soon in a form that it used to be. And we had a show called Squeal Like a Pig with my friend Perttu Häkkinen, who unfortunately passed away a year ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And we had a label together called Harmonia, and this label was dedicated for squee music, more or less only squee music, which was like a micro trend for 10 years.
Yeah.
But it was also conquering the world, and we have friends from different parts of the world who got into squee, and we got to travel around China to States.
I heard you guys
Russia.
mention that you guys did. Somebody said on one of the broadcasts I listened to that Squeal is in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Shanghai, Beijing, all this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for a small movement, small label, it was sort of successful. And but 10 years afterwards, it was kind of okay. Time to move on. Time to come up with something else. And And but this was funny to find this radio program now after a long pause.
Yeah.
And of course it was related to my friend as well. We were talking together with him. You heard his voice, but we were mostly speaking.
And he's deceased now, you said.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was a big loss, but we are surviving.
I think I was on Resident, some kind of a website.
Resident Advisor.
Yeah. Resident Advisor. Yeah, that's where I was. I clicked around and I said, I got to listen to some of this guy's stuff. So when was the first time you heard Zuzu, and what made you think that there was a good mix for what she was doing and what you were doing at the time?
Well, she was DJing very interesting music in Oslo. Where she's from Oslo, before Helsinki, and we were living in Berlin together for a while, and she was DJing a lot, and I thought because I knew she was writing her thesis about this Azerbaijan old or Caucasian tradition called Mehana.
Mehana, right?
Yeah, it is a very old tradition.
Yeah.
And quite interesting as a style of poet.
She even said it's almost like battling.
It has this. They do it in the weddings, you know, and kind of like having a beef.
Beef battle. Yeah.
But of course, it was interesting for her to research. You can ask more details from her, but it's basically a male-only arena. To investigate this genre. Locally, people are thinking like, you're crazy. You shouldn't be doing this.
I saw that interview when she said when she went there, the guys were saying they were almost embarrassed that she was. The female was researching it, and they said they can't curse in front of a female, right?
Yeah, also, and also it's not considered as a very high culture.
High culture,
so they haven't put it on paper, on a research, anything. So it was kind of like too weird for locals. Someone is interested.
And we're going to hear some of that tonight. That's what she'll be doing tonight.
This is the text that she's using and mixing with our, and this is where I was. Coming to.
Yeah, okay.
And in Berlin, we thought like, okay, let's try combine these texts to something that I was doing. And then somehow it worked, and we started producing together.
Mm-hmm.
And because the rhythms are, for example, they are not so well fitting into 4/4 Western club music that easily, because they are more like syncopated.
Okay.
Rhythmically very different, but then she was doing the melodies and combining the rhythms, and I tried to like somehow follow and produce to that. And yes, tonight we're gonna hear what came out of that.
That collaboration. Or that effort. Anyway, do you feel successful at what you were aiming for?
Yes, I do, and it's also quite nice as a challenge, because it's not quite what I used to do. Also, I've done mostly instrumental music, aside from some Finnish hip hop that I produced a little bit, but for vocals and a lot of melodic singing, it's not what I used to do.
Okay.
So it was a nice, but okay, we did a few years already, and
how many years now together?
First record on Ya Tosiba we released in 2012.
Okay.
So now we had an album after that, few EPs, and now we are working on the second album. It's going a bit slow, but it's interesting.
Yeah. And speaking of all that you've mentioned, Berlin, I mentioned Azerbaijan. You mentioned that she was from Oslo. Is this your first time in Ekenäs?
For performing, yes.
For performing, but you're familiar with this neck of the woods.
I've been to maybe, I don't know, half an hour in Ekenäs.
Okay, all right. Listen, I know that you're under the weather. I appreciate you taking this time to talk to me.
Thank you.
And definitely looking forward to your show tonight.
Thank you. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Definitely. JKstewart Creative here on Poetry Nights on behalf of Club XN.
What is XN for? XN, Club XN.
Club XN. Did I say that? What did I say?
What does it stand for?
What is it? You're going to have to ask Stefan that.
I will do it.
Ask DJ CD.
Yes.
on that. Okay. This is all his baby. Thanks a lot, man.